Alright, Kat, get this right, because you only have one shot. The Snatch Squad will take Natalie to GCN, but maybe not HQ. That scary detention center they would have taken Nelina to. Is there one in this line? Probably. And I'm betting that's their destination. But they've only had, what, maybe half an hour? Even an air car with the best propulsion system couldn't get there in that time. So, if I start at the condo, follow Natalie's trail... Yes, it's leading west, out into the country where that research complex was in Katrina's line. Getting stronger. I must be close. There, just ahead. A small private aircraft, totally innocent looking, completely unmarked. Natalie, where are... Shit. Drugged or stunned, trussed up tight, but from the looks of her, still alive, and kept in this separate, locked little cargo bay, barely any light. Alright, let's see how the Snatch Squad handles an angry Katie Anderson. Tess, can you take charge of Natalie? I'll see what I can do to redirect this plane. Just stunned, Kat, but likely for a few hours. I've got this. But don't leave me here after the fight, if you need me. Wouldn't think of it, my friend. But I am in one angry fighting mood, and I need someone to take it out on. All the same, we're in the air. They'll have weapons that can damage the craft. You know, to the point where it's unable to fly. Not to mention what they'll do if they hit you. They'd have to see me first. They won't know what hit them. And I'll make sure I can fly this thing before I take out the pilot. Just check over Natalie, and sit tight. So, 2 in the cockpit compartment, shut off from the main cabin by a sealed hatch. Very well appointed. GCN spared no expense on these guys. And the 3 other goons, not, as I'd hoped, just lounging about. Alert, attentive, and weapons at the ready. Well, if I want to do this without a shot being fired, I need to find out in this moment just how quickly I can move in and out of the light. Because if I get my timing right here, they are going to see nothing but a subtle shimmer in the air.
Eric, what? Holy shit, Kev.
Tess, I have 3 new patients for you. Remind me never to piss you off, Kat. You're safe. Just watch these assholes while I see what the cockpit controls look like. And then... Is that really necessary, Kat? I mean, we have Natalie. Let's just take her and leave these criminals to get what they deserve. Kat, did you use that self-defense throat punch? The very one you taught me, yes. How'd I do? Remember I told you it was a last resort? Because not only does it disable with one blow, but... Yes, I know. But it can crush a windpipe. I did try to restrain myself. They're all going to find breathing difficult for some time, I can tell you. And require medical attention. But they'll live. That bad, and not a shot was fired. They didn't know what hit them. Of that, I'm sure. You wanted to send a message. Consider it sent. I'm going to use a little muscle relaxant here to prevent them from choking while they come round. But we should really get them to a hospital. I'm sorry, Tess. But they hurt you. They kidnapped our friend. They disabled Alex. And you recognize them, don't you? Yes, the Snatch Squad that took me out. So I get it. I'm sure I would have had a hard time not reacting like this myself. Just as a doctor, it's tough to see a patient as anything other than a person in need. This plane's only 10 minutes from its destination if I have my bearings right. These guys are going to live. But they'll never forget this lesson. And maybe they'll be better for it. So you're right. I'll leave the pilots to the reception that's waiting for them when they land without their target. Let's get Natalie out of here. That's my Katie. I know part of the reason you insisted on coming with me on this was that you were worried about me, Tess. But there was a part that was also worried for those that got in my way. And your instinct told you you'd be needed to help both Natalie and them. You know me better than anyone alive. Even me. Thank you. Don't mention it. Anyway, not for at least 3 or 4 hours. By that time I'm sure I'll need to hear it again. So, can we at least take Natalie to the hospital? As long as you can assure me your friend Ben will not go non-linear if he sees Natalie like this. Given what GCN has told the world about our kidnapping activities. Alright, good point. And we have almost no control over who else might spot her and raise the alarm. Don't you have enough in that bag you picked up at the hospital when we dropped off Alex to be able to treat her? The basics, yes, but no access to diagnostic tools or any kind of real emergency equipment if there are complications. Let's make it work. We need to keep away from public spaces just a little longer. Until GCN are truly out of the fight. Then, let's move. Like you said, they'll be landing soon. Got her? Ready. Thank God Tess talked me out of reading the cockpit. I might have done it, whether I thought I could land that plane or not. But she helped reason prevail. And me to make the right decision. 5 fewer lives on my conscience. And I hope better prepared for a situation like this in the future. Yes, I owe you once again, Tess. The list grows long, my friend. So, having now retrieved Natalie from the enemy, on to my next problem. Where to take her that'll be safe. All the obvious answers are non-starters, seeing as how GCN knows exactly who each of us is. But perhaps we can fall back on a previous hideout we had to abandon. Let's just scan the area. All clear, for now. It's as good a place as any, and we'll deal with the complications as they arise. Tess, let's settle Natalie onto the bed here. Then lock the door. Can you check that she's still doing okay? You have a strange new way of starting a conversation, Kat. I'm still trying to adjust to not being on that plane. Where have you brought us now? Another mysterious hideaway known only to you? Sorry, Tess. Remember, I'm awake during these travel moments. Through the light, as I call it. And I know it takes some adjustment to get used to your sudden shifts in location. We're at Miguel's house in the basement. Natalie and I tried to make a go of this as a refuge once before, but Miguel's wife came home unexpectedly and put an end to that. Right now, though, she's probably at work. We should be in the clear for a while. Why choose this place, not some random unoccupied house? Can't you just walk in and settle wherever you want? I could, but it's not right. I'm already abusing so many laws doing what I do. Invading people's homes is not anything I want to add to the list. But Miguel invited us. Showed us around. We had his blessing to be here. Fair enough. And as to Natalie, she's doing well. I think they just hit her with a stun blast like they did Alex. We could probably pull her out of it, but no, let's not. I want us all to be together here, Tess, concealed. We need to retrieve Alex. Now your friend Ben at the hospital's had a chance to confirm his status. He's too exposed there, regardless of how discreet Ben is. Yes, I know. It's been worrying me too. But at the time it couldn't be helped. I needed treatment. And this medical kit has come in handy. And with that, you can take over care of everyone right here. All we need is a couple of makeshift beds. There's a nice comfortable chair, a fridge with food and drink. Once GCN's hands are tied, we can get you all the help you need. Agreed. So we're leaving Natalie here alone until I hate to do it, but nobody will look for her here and she must at all costs stay hidden. Besides, if she does wake, she'll recognize this place and know where she is. Anyway, we should only be gone 10 minutes or so, but I need you with me to be front and center with the hospital staff. You okay with that? Let's make it quick. I don't like to leave Natalie by herself. My very thought. Link up. Familiar supply closet, Kat. I think I'm starting to get used to just appearing in new places without any of the usual process of getting there. Worked last time, so I figured we'd arrive the same way again. I'll take charge of it this time. Jackie, I brought a friend in here about 20 minutes ago. Ben took charge of him. Do you know where he is?
Tess, you look awful.
I imagine I do. It's been a rough morning. But what I need right now is to find my friend.
I think Ben moved him to emergency room 4.
Thank you. And Ben?
Seeing new arrivals. Exam room 1.
I'll talk to him when I can. If he's too busy, just let him know I'm discharging my friend. Assuming there's no serious damage.
Not that I know of, but better check with Ben.
I will. Thanks, Jackie.
Anytime.
I'll show you to ER4, and you stay with Alex while I corner Ben. I need to let him know we're taking Alex before we just spirit him away. Make it quick. I'm drawing a bit of attention here. I noticed. And you're not the only one. Let me check his vitals. Thank God. He looks okay. Kat, wait for me here. I'll only be a minute. Promise? Promise. Just to be sure, Alex. I do not want any unwelcome visitors. How are you feeling, my friend? I'm so sorry you had to go through this.
Open up. Open up in there.
Why did I know this was going to happen? Alex, I'm getting you out, and I'll pick up Tess on my own. So, Alex comfortably ensconced in the bed beside Natalie at Miguel's. Now it's my show to try and scoop Tess out of the fire over at the hospital. Maybe they'll have left her alone and just focused on me, but somehow I doubt it. I might have to use some fancy maneuvering to pull her out from under their noses. But let's see. Yes, they're in the room Alex and I just left, trying to figure out where we disappeared to. No windows and only one way in or out. If they have it on camera, there may be a few raised eyebrows. But these guys just look like hospital security. No GCN overtones. Maybe out in the main area. There, that looks like a trained investigator. And where there's one. Let's see, exam room 3, room 2. Here it is, exam room 1. Door closed, and yes, 2 more goons inside. One in the process of tying Tess to a chair, while the other holds a stun gun on her. Alright, time for some more quick maneuvering, starting with the gunman. Tess, on it. Two down. You got Alex? Safe. What about Ben? Got the message to him, then these guys threw me out. With a gun on me, I'm glad you didn't try. Yeah. Now, we're out of here. Gladly. They look very cozy together, Kat. But not a good match, I know. You never told me, to be honest. I didn't really know myself. At least not consciously, until the past few days. And Alex? I think... Well, I'm not really sure. Shows up at your door, direct from work, within 20 minutes? I'd say that answers the question. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Are you okay, Tess? The arm. That hit on the head. Not at my best, but pretty good all things considered. They almost start hurting more once the local jab wears off. In about an hour. You alright to watch over them then? While they go let Miguel know we're here? Surely there's a house number we can call from. Yes, that's the plan. There's a connection in the next room. But there's something else. Always something else, isn't there? Not intentionally, but I think it comes with the territory. Your sister selves? Of course. But since I haven't heard any emergency alarms, I'm counting on their resourcefulness. Hoping they're okay. Then what? Liz? That is one big heart you have, my friend. She almost single-handedly turned all of us into GCN. I've got enough blood on my hands already, Tess. You saved me from adding to that in the plane. But I can't knowingly stand by while someone, even someone as self-centered as Liz, is hurt or killed. I know, and I'm with you. But know this. If you bring her back here to keep us safe, for me to look after, once she's on her feet again, I can't guarantee I won't hit her. Yeah, me too. But let's see how she reacts, Tess. Now she's seen the true face of GCN. She may be a very different woman. I won't hold my breath. Lock this behind me. See you soon. Now, let's get Miguel up to speed before I go on the great Liz hunt.
Sanchez,
Miguel.
Kat, you're calling from...
Yes, I am, and let's not discuss it on the line. I have to keep this short. Who knows what monitoring is being done and by whom. But you needed to know where we were, so you could make sure...
Yes, I got it. I'll talk to my wife now. Keep her busy. Anything else you need?
Keep watching the live feed for us. Let us know when the shitstorm is over.
It won't be long, but I can do that. Watch your back.
I'll try, and thank you.
Looking forward to our next little chat when this is all over.
As am I. So, for now we can hope our safe haven at Miguel's is secure, and I can go search for Liz in peace. If anything can be considered peaceful in this crazy mixed-up ride we're on. I'll start with her last known trail, from the precinct to GCN. Here, I can sense the thread of her passage. Yes, leading to the main GCN HQ. Through some security stations into a broadcast studio, the very one Natalie used in her days here. From there, at the building, underground garage, I think. This path looks all too familiar. That industrial building serving as a GCN detention center. Yes, it's the same one. And my, there is a flurry of frenzied activity. Must be the plane without Natalie has arrived. Down to level 3, below ground. A small cell amongst many others. There she is, looking lost, without hope, huddled in a corner. But not the only one. This floor is filled with similarly confined people, and suddenly I'm worried about what GCN might order done here once the axe falls. But what can I do to help? I can't save them all one by one. There has to be a way. Yes, the main security office. A computer panel. All locks controlled from here. And only one agent on duty. Now the cameras. And let's make sure nobody comes in here. Alright, my GCN friend. Hand over the control ID. There. Activating the panel. Now look at that. All secure doors displayed on one graphic. How convenient. And I think, to ensure total chaos reigns... Now, get Liz. Yes, you're right, Liz. The door's unlocked, and you could walk out into that crazy mayhem. Or you can come with me. You... Kat? Why are you... How? Not quite the words I was expecting, but they could have been worse. You came for me. After all I said. All I did. Thank me later. Are you coming? Get me out of here, Kat. With pleasure. Before you say anything, Liz, there are people sleeping here. Knocked out with stun blasts, actually. Keep it quiet. I won't even ask where we are. Just... I can't believe you actually came for me. You can talk it over with Tess. She's waiting in the next room to check you over. We figured you'd be in need of medical attention. I misjudged you, Kat. And I'm so sorry for what I did to you. All of you. I think maybe you understand a bit better what we were trying to do, Liz. What I hope now we have done. Maybe. I've seen what GCN is really about, and it opened my eyes. Thank you for helping me see. Don't think this means I'm looking for a partner, Liz. Just doing what I know is right. Maybe not a partner, Kat. But the next time I work on a case, I'll give you anything I've found. No strings. Because after this, I trust you. Let's give it some time, Liz, and see how things develop. Shall we? Please. Tess, I think you know Liz. She could do with some treatment, and we all need a few moments of peace. Because that watershed moment you've been waiting for, already? Pulling it in on my portable link. And only the generic public broadcast, but it sounds like the walls are collapsing on the great monolith that was GCN. You check over Liz, Tess. I'm confirming with Miguel. You do that. Liz, let's take a look.
Yes, it's happening. GLE are all over this. Severed all comms in or out of GCN facilities. Raided offices across the country and around the globe. Give it until the end of today, and you should all be safe.
Unbelievable how fast it all happened. Just that trigger from INN and global law enforcement went into action. Vic will be the talk of the networks after this.
And already is. I've spoken with him. He is over the moon with Natalie. Can't wait to tell her the news in person.
Yeah, saw that one coming. But that's up to her. Right now she's staying off the radar, and so are the rest of us. But I've got one more favor to ask you, Miguel.
You got it, Kat.
There's a facility about 30 kilometers west of the city, in an industrial area. I believe the address was 1775 Calypso Boulevard. Unmarked, no official signage. On the main level, it's some sort of industrial equipment R&D, but below... Miguel, it's the GCN prison. I've created chaos there by opening all the cells, but can you make sure GLE get out there as fast as possible?
I can do better. I'll get city police there within 15 minutes. We'll let GLE know, and we'll handle it. Kat?
I know. You want to add this to the list of questions you have when we have our little chat. Thank you, Miguel. We'll see you soon.
Indeed we will.
And that weight off my shoulders. It's time to make sure my sister selves are coping. Katja? Katja, it's me. Sister. So, is it done? Done. GCN are crumbling as we speak. How are things at your end? GCN blown wide open. We are getting ready to leave the safe house. Miguel has been a great help. Here as well. I'm so glad it all worked. It's been a rough ride. I know there will be more for us to do. But we all need a rest after this frenetic few days. Thank you, Katie. From all of us. 2 ways, my sister self. I'll be in touch. Ready when you need us, Kat. Always. Katja. Katja, are you there? Katie, is it you? The same. How are things with you? And Tis and Alex? Do you still have Natasha? All of us safe, thanks to you. And the broadcasts, they are working. GCN will fall. Only a matter of time. Good news, my sister self. Please let me know if you need my help again. But I'll keep in touch regardless. I give my love to Tis. She does not understand, my friend. But someday... Yes, someday. I'll see you again soon. In the meantime, please stay with us. Make sure GCN is finished. And keep everyone safe. I will. And Katie? I know. I'll contact you if you can help us here. Don't forget it. Katrina, it's Kat. Waiting for you to check in. Is all good? Good. Are you and Elena still at Tisanos? Looks like we fired up a real furnace with this, Kat. Crazy things happening, but all good. GCN are up in smoke. Elena's broadcasts are like sparks set in a pile of dry tinder. And you're all safe? Is Al with you? We brought him in to keep things secure. So far, so good. Don't forget Miguel. He might add a few more options if you run into trouble. But I'm sure you can handle it. Thanks to you. Elena is itching to let everyone know what we, you and I, can do. I'm working on calming that urge. Not news we want to spread. I'll leave you to it, my sister self. But remember, we'll be here if we need you. Yes, we know. And Katie, if there's anything we can ever do for you... You already have, Katrina. I'll be in touch. Kat? Kat, wake up. Miguel's here. It's all over. We're safe. And you're the last awake. Tess? Natalie? Alex? Liz? We're all here, Kat. Thanks to you. I thought for just a moment when they took me... Well, I knew I needn't have worried. But I'm sorry, Natalie. It should not have happened. Poor Tess ended up with a broken arm because of my carelessness. About that, Kat. You stayed with us. You didn't jump to another line, abandon our cable car. And yes, I got banged up, and all the rest of us went through our own little trials. But we are still here. That was your doing. You're just trying...
What my always intense, ever lovable, selfless fiancé is trying to say is...
Fiancé?
That wasn't meant to come out right away, but...
As soon as he woke, he threw his arms around me, whispered something about not being able to live without me, then groveled on the floor at my feet. What else could I do? I'm so happy for you both.
And now that I'm in the clear, Kat, remember that whole discussion we had about me hiding away?
I do. And we can make it happen if you want.
Not a chance. I'm ready to stay with my newfound friends, if they'll have me. Maybe I can be of some help to you, because for sure there are going to be other problems for you to solve.
I understand there may be a job opening in INN for a resourceful, intuitive, creative, investigative journalist. And you know how much I like to work with people that have those connections. Thank you, Kat. Thank you all. And I know I'm the last person you probably want to hear from right now. But what I said earlier, it still goes. If I can be of any help, let me know.
Kat, Are you in there?
Coming in, Miguel. Join the party.
Kat, everyone, I'd like you to meet my wife, Louise. She wants you all to stay for dinner.
I'd love to, Miguel. Louise. And I know everyone else will be happy to accept your kind hospitality. But I have a previous engagement.
I might have known. And our little chat?
Tomorrow, I promise. Kat, it's not, of course. After all, still need to keep up the image.
About time you got here. You're almost half an hour late, as usual.
Sorry, Jack. It's been a busy couple of days.
Just stow it. I've got some people I want you to meet, and getting here by 8 was all I asked. They're not going to be favorably impressed.
I'll try to do better.
Let's go. Henry, Delia, sorry about the delay. Katie is so unreliable. If she wasn't so nice to look at, I'd probably drop her.
Don't worry about it, Jack. She seems real nice.
Hey, Katie, wasn't there some news report about you? It sure looked like your face.
Well,
Are you kidding? Katie in the news? She'd forget her own name if I didn't remind her of it. About as unremarkable as they come. Right, Kat?
You are so right, Jack.